Hello all, this is Abhilash. So today in this session, I am going to talk on the Company Act 1956, the types of companies, formation of companies, MOA, AOA, and many more things. So let's start with the basics with the company. So let's have introduction. What is company? A company is an artificial person created by law. A company means a group of persons associated together for the attainment of a common end, social and economic. According to the Section 3(1), the Companies Act 1956 defines a company as a company formed and registered under this Act. So, in the response to the changing business environment, the Company Act 1956 has been amended from time to time. So, as to provide more transparency in corporate governance and protect their interest of small investor, depositors, and debenture holders. So it is the most important piece of legalization that empowers the central government to regulate the formation, financing, functioning and winding up of the companies. The Act contains the mechanism regarding organizational, financial, managerial and all the relevant aspects of a company. The Companies Act is administered by the central government through the Ministry of the Corporate Affairs (MCA), the Offices of Registrar of Companies (ROC), officials, liquidators, public trustees, companies law board, director of inspection, etc. The ROC, Register of Companies, controls the tax of incorporation of new companies and the administration of running companies. The type of the companies. So we have three basic types: the basis of incorporation, on the basis of liability, on the basis of number of the members. So let's look at the basis of incorporation. We have two types: statutory companies and registered companies. So basis of incorporation, statutory companies. These are the companies which are created by a special act of the legislature. These are mostly concerned with the public utilities as railways, tramways, gas and electricity companies and enterprises of national level importance. Example: RBI, SBI, LIC, Coal India, IRCTC. Like these companies are statutory companies which is held by the government. Registered companies, these are the companies which are formed and registered under the Companies Act 1956. On the basis of liability, companies limited by guarantee. So companies may or may not have a share capital. Each member promises to pay a fixed sum of the money specified in the memorandum in the event of liquidation of the company for payment of debts and liabilities of the company. The amount promised is called a guarantee. So let's have more introduction about the guarantee, limited by guarantee. So these companies are not formed for the purpose of profit, but for the promotion of the arts, science, charity, sports, or for some similar purpose. They may or may not have a share capital. So next is about the companies limited by shares. During the existence of the company or in the event of the winding up, a member can called up to pay the amount remaining unpaid on the shares subscribed by him. A company limited by shares may be a public limited company or a private limited company. Where the liability of the members of a company is limited to the amount unpaid on the shares, it is known as a company limited by shares. If the shares are fully paid, the liability of the members holding such shares is a nil. So they don't have to pay any amount if the company is winding up. It may be a public or a private company. Companies with unlimited liability. The liability of the members is unlimited like an ordinary partnership firm. A company not having any limit on the liability of its members is called as unlimited company. According to the section 12 specifically provide that any 7 or more person may form an incorporate company with or without limited liability. In such case, every member is liable for the debt of the company. An unlimited company may or may not have a shares capital. If it has a share capital, it may be a public company. It must have its own article of association, AOA. So basis of number of members. This is the third type of the companies. Under the basis of number of the members, we have two types, private company and public company. So let's discuss this basis of number of members types with the point of difference. The first is number of members. So in the private company, there should be a minimum 2 members, max 50 members. In public company, there should be a minimum 7 members. There is no limitation on the members. There can be a 10, 20, 100, 200 members. So if for forming a private company, need minimum 2 directors. For forming a public company, need minimum 3 directors. So invitation to general public does not invite general public to subscribe to its shares, debenture and public deposits while forming a private company. Public company does invite general public to subscribe to its shares, debenture and public deposits. Basically, public companies are formed by government and private companies are formed by the individuals. Transfer of shares. Private company prior permission required for transfer of shares. So if anyone wants to transfer their shares, he need a prior permission from the director bodies. In the public company, free transfer of shares is permitted. Prospectus need not issue prospectus in the private company. In the public company, it is compulsory to issue a prospectus or a statement in lieu of prospectus. Statutory meeting and report. In private company, no compulsion for holding statutory meeting and filling up statutory reports. While in public company, it needs to hold a statutory meeting and must file a statutory report. For private company, the legal formalities expected from a various legal formalities. That means the private company is exempted from a various legal formalities, but the public company has to comply with many legal formalities. If anyone wants to form a private company, then minimum paid up capital should be 1 lakh. For forming a public company, the minimum paid up capital is 5 lakh. Okay, so this was the very basic concept about the Company Act 1956. So in this session, we have completed the introduction, types of companies. So thank you. Good wishes.